Hey, what's going on, guys? SlashMub TV here, and I'm bringing you guys another Modern Warfare 3 commentary. This is a 6v6 regular kill confirmed on the map Village. I believe my final score is 64-10, and this is 6v6, by the way. I mean, I know I mentioned that, but I want to stress that because I know a lot of people might think it's ground war, but it is 6v6. We're running the Scar L suppressed with the Predator Missile, Reaper, and Pablo as my kill streaks. And this is another old gameplay. This is from when I was not even a Prestige. So this was a really old gameplay. And I die a few times at the beginning. It picks up though. And today I'm going to be talking about my E3, games that stood out to me, and what games I'm looking forward to, and what games didn't really excite me. So the first thing I want to talk about is the developer slash press conference that really impressed me the most. I'll go from worst to best, I guess. The worst one for me probably was Nintendo, because look at that. Did you guys see that on that screen? You see that little ninja diffuse thing? I didn't get that either. But yeah, the worst one for me, I think, was Nintendo. They just didn't really impress me. Even with the new Wii U console coming out, it just didn't really impress me. The whole thing about the only thing that kind of stood out to me was the Batman Arkham City Armored Edition one. That seemed kind of cool, but other than that, they didn't really impress me. I want to say number 3 was the Sony press conference. I watched that live, watched the whole thing, and it was good. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good press conference. I think all of them were better than Nintendo, because I'm just not big into Nintendo anymore. But it didn't have. I'm also not a Sony guy, so it didn't really impress me in that aspect. But seeing all the new games and stuff coming out, they have that one that's about related to Heavy Rain from the same developers. That game looks pretty good. And then you have the PlayStation's Battle All-Stars Royale thing, whatever it is. It looks pretty fun. It is going to be definitely the Sony Super Smash Bros. Though. And then God of War Ascension looked pretty good as well. And then Last of Us. Wow, I mean, if that was an Xbox game, holy crap. But it's not. It's a Sony only. But that game looks really good too. My number 2 company would have to be Xbox, just because, as a COD guy, they're the ones that showed off the Black Ops 2 footage. And if you didn't see it, that Predator Missile right there, I kind of faked them out, the guys I was killing. I boosted in. I saw them as soon as I called it in. I boosted in at the last second, drug it over. That way they didn't think I was going for them. And so they all stayed together, so I got the triple. If I had gone straight for them, they might have separated. But that was just a quick note. But yeah, they showed off Black Ops 2, and they just had a bunch of impressive stuff. I didn't really get to catch the smart glass thing. That didn't really make sense to me. That's why I chose Xbox and Microsoft as number 2. Now, my number 1, which was just an absolute show stealer, was Ubisoft. Ubisoft freaking stole the show, and they crapped in everybody else's face, to say the least. Assassin's Creed 3, and then they had the game of E3, which I'll talk about later, and I'll definitely point that out later. And they just stole the show. They were incredible. They had an incredible performance and everything like that. And I just thought they had the best showing at E3 for press conference wise. Now I'm gonna get into the games I was looking forward to at E3 just in general, and what my reaction is to them. Now my first game would be Borderlands 2. Obviously, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game, and it really did. And that was probably 2K's best showing going into E3, what their game was going to be, and they definitely showed it off right. It looks fantastic. Plays great from what I can tell, and so I'll definitely be picking that up. And it sounds like it's going to be better than Borderlands 1. Next game would be Assassin's Creed 3. That thing, oh my goodness, it looks incredible compared to. The last Assassin's Creed game I owned was Brotherhood, and this game looks twice as good. I mean, who doesn't love ships? Who would not want to pilot their own ship? Come on, guys, get with the program. I mean, but it just looks really fun to command your own ship, and it should be an incredibly fun game, because Brotherhood was a great game. Assassin's Creed 1 is a great game, so I'll definitely be picking up Assassin's Creed 3. Next game would be Halo 4, which had a surprisingly very strong showing in E3 with their campaign show-off, and then a bunch of people play multiplayer, and I've heard reviews for their multiplayer. But the campaign show off was actually pretty nice. I saw the actual campaign gameplay. It looks nice. So I'm looking forward to that game. It might not be my first choice. I might not play it a lot, but if you guys want to see gameplays, maybe when that game comes out, I'll get a few up. And then Black Ops 2, definitely is definitely gonna be a game. I think it'll steal fall more than you realize. Truthfully, it'll be. People will, it's, oh, great, it's another Call of Duty. Whoop-de-freaking-do. It's going to be the same bullshit like always. Well, from what I can tell, they're totally taking this in a different direction. Zombies is supposed to be twice as good now. There's supposed to be, so many more game modes or something like that. There's supposed to be, twice as many game modes. And then there's supposedly, this is rumor mill, but they did an interview with, the head of Zombies right now. And they said there might be a game mode where it's like a team deathmatch, but it's one human team versus the other, and then there's zombies attacking the two constant teams. I think that would be a really nice equalizer. You might have that team that's, just freaking amazing. They're all they all are pub stompers. They're probably really good at GB. If you guys don't know what that is, Game Battles, lower version of MLG. But they're probably, good GB players and stuff. And then you go up against them and you'll win because they're not looking out for the zombies. So I think that's going to be an interesting game mode. Plus, going into the future, that's going to be something new in and of itself. That's just going to be off the wall. And I think that's going to be just an incredible game to see. And they had a really strong single player. I'm really looking forward to the strike missions, truthfully. Those are going to be an interesting kind of kicker, X Factor kind of thing into the campaign. Because if you fail, you fail. It's not like your normal thing where it gives you a freaking stupid quote and it's like, yeah, oh yeah, you hop back in. And these ones, you die, they're like, well, fuck. You're screwed if you die. It'll come back to haunt you later in the story. So those are the games I was looking forward to. And my disappointment of E3 was NBA 2K13. Jesus. I don't even know where to get started. It looks exactly like 2K12, but like someone dropped a pile of dog poop on it. That's exactly what that looks like to me. They added new graphics. That's it. And it's just to the scoreboard. It's just to the scoreboard at the bottom. It flashes and it gives you realistic stats and stuff. And that's all fine and good. But improve the gameplay. Why don't you, 2K? Ronnie 2K, come on, get on it. But the gameplay just looked awful. They showed it, and Manu Ginobili, with 2 seconds on the shot clock, James Harden defense absolutely disappeared, and he got pushed back 20 feet while Manu, took the 2 travel steps and did a layup with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Same crap. I do like the new animation, truthfully, with a contact layup, and Westbrook was falling on the floor, colliding up against the little padding on the net or on the basket, and that looked like an interesting thing. That looks realistic, but other than that, it didn't impress me. And what the hell's up with the Guitar Hero dunk contest over here mashing buttons? It looks exactly like Guitar Hero. If you guys haven't seen the video, go check it out for 2K13 gameplay. I'm pretty sure Chris Smoove has the official stuff for it. But God, it looks exactly like Guitar Hero. I think NBA Live 13 is going to be where it's at. They didn't show any gameplay. I don't even think they had really anything to say about it. But 2K is taking this game franchise into the crapper, and they're gonna die in the grave with it. To tell you the truth, it's not gonna be a very good game. But my E3 game that stood out to me the most is gonna be a must buy. Is gonna have to be Watch Dogs. Oh my, that thing! I was talking to a friend about it, and he's like, to me it looks, it kind of looks confusing, and I'm like, well, if you guys haven't seen a gameplay, I definitely suggest I recommend seeing a gameplay, because it's just ridiculous. You're this guy who walks around with this PDA looking thing, and you can control traffic lights and stuff, and you can hack people's phones and stuff. So it just looks incredible. That's definitely going to be a must-buy for 2013. Comes out spring 2013. So if you guys agree with my decisions, please drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. Please leave me a comment what you thought stole E3, and if you agree with my opinion or not. I love seeing those comments, guys, so keep them rolling. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.